What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you guys are having an amazing evening. So, Misa Hylton, she is the mother of Justin Combs, the son who she shares here with Diddy. She's seeking legal action against the federal Homeland Security agents in regards to how they treated her son, Justin, while they were raiding his father's home on Monday, March 25th. It just seems like if, man, time is flying. Okay. Seems like it was just yesterday. The fashion designer, 51 years old, took to her Instagram on Tuesday to share the video of them swarming, the officers swarming, and Justin, who's 30 years old, and his younger brother, Christian, his nickname is King, Combs, 26, they were handcuffed and detained at the scene. So here's a picture of the young men. You know, the officers have all these extensive weapons pointed at them. Both of the men, you know, their young men are cooperating, both Justin and King. This is a problem, a huge issue that unfortunately has been normalized within this country. Here we see Justin, you know, being slammed up against the wall. Again, that's unnecessary and it is excessive force. This is what Misha wrote on Instagram. She says, the overzealous and overtly militarized force used against my sons, Justin and Christian, is deplorable. If these were the sons of a non-black celebrity, they would not have been handled with the same aggression. Do you agree? I do. The attempt to humiliate and terrorize these innocent young black men is despicable. Enough is enough. Did Justin need several laser beams from firearms pointed at his chest? Did Christian need a gun pointed at the back of his head while he was handcuffed? How many times have we seen young, unarmed black men not make it out of these type of situations alive? She's absolutely right. My son's attorney, Jeffrey Lichtman, is investigating the excessive use of force, which was unnecessary and certainly not required by this search warrant. We will fight for justice, utilizing every imaginable resource. I am not with the propaganda. Okay? Say that, sis. Right? One more time for the one time. She's not with the ish. And I don't blame her. That's her child. Okay? There's no reason why, you know, you need laser beams pointed at this. First of all, they were at home, essentially, right? At home, probably watching TV or playing video games or whatever young men do. But there's no reason why, if you have a search warrant, okay, we'll search, find what you need to find and get out. There's no reason to terrorize these young men. And I do believe that if it had been a different celebrity, particularly those from the dominant culture, they would have had them, sit. Speaking of, I just saw Ruby Frankie. I don't know if you guys know her. This is a side note, but it's comparison to this, right? She was the actual criminal. She terrorized and brutalized her own children. She tortured these children. She used to have a YouTube channel called 8 Passengers, okay? She's currently in jail right now. But the things that she did to her own flesh and blood were just abhorrent. But the police in Arizona, they had her sit on the couch. They gave her her cell phone. They was constantly giving her water, let her use the bathroom. And she was the one that was being detained and taken downtown, okay, and put in handcuffs. While they were getting all the information, she wasn't handcuffed. She was sitting on her couch comfortable. I mean, they did everything they could to make this lady comfortable. No guns were drawn. And again, she was the guilty party. She was the criminal. She was the one that they handcuffed and had taken to jail, right? But during the process, the detainment process, it was like everybody was just cool as a cucumber. Nobody raised their voice even, right? They busted in this mug. Like you would have thought that El Chapo lived there. And I'm not excusing anything that Diddy did, right? But his two boys should not suffer for the sins of their father. So it was absolutely unnecessary. And I do believe it was because of, who Diddy is. I do believe it was because they were young black men. I absolutely 100% do. Because when we see time and time again the disparities and the restraint that the police show people who do not have melanin, a lot of melanin in their skin, right? That are from a completely different demographic, it's ridiculous. They could be, having somebody who has a weapon wielded at them. I've seen that plenty of times on my social media feed. And yet, right, they're unable to take these people into custody unharmed without a scratch on them. Just look at the January 6th insurrectionists. These people were trying to literally hang Mike Pence. That's what they were quoting. That was their quote, not mine. They brought an actual noose to the Capitol. They were smearing feces on the wall. They were terrorizing our congressmen, right? There was only one person, insurrectionist, that lost her life, Ashley Babbitt, and that's because she didn't listen to those multiple warnings. But they were literally trying to overthrow the government. They were trying to actually get rid of American democracy. And truth be told, if we were going by the Constitution, that falls under treason, right? That's another rabbit hole for another day. But I'm just saying those people actually went home after doing all of that, tearing up the Capitol, threatening Congress people. I mean, literally, the FBI are still trying to find people. They were taking photos. Who commits crimes and actually leaves not only photographic evidence, but they was not only taking pictures and posting them, they had a digital footprint. They were taking photos, videos, saying their full name, their addresses, their phone numbers. And it's not funny, but I'm saying all of that because the disparity is glaring, right? A lot of people were saying if that had been any other demographic, I'm not even talking about just us. I'm talking about if that had been Latinos, if that had been Native American, like that, the whole Capitol would have been red, right? They would have not even made it inside, let alone, chasing police officers, beating them with the American flag, climbing up the walls. These people, these people have been treated so differently, right? They've had a different level of treatment. They just feel like they were literally above the law. And so I'm glad that Misa is saying no. That just because what Diddy did was wrong doesn't mean that, it's okay for you to terrorize and brutalize and try to break the spirit of his children, because that's exactly what they were doing. Brandon Paul, who was allegedly taken into custody for being Diddy's mule, were they pointing laser beams at him? Was he slammed up against the wall? No. But yeah, he was the one who was committing the crimes, essentially. He was committing felonies, international ones at that, allegedly, right? But he was not brutalized. And I feel like I'm so tired of the fact that, Black people, specifically in this country, and in Western countries, are not given the full spectrum of our humanity. Like, it's just constantly being stripped away, whether it's through policy, whether it's normalized through state violence. It's ridiculous. This isn't normal. When you go to other countries, it's not normal. People don't treat you like that. And they shouldn't. If you don't treat Donald Trump like that, don't treat Justin Cohn. He done committed all the crimes, 91 indictments and counting, right? He's still out campaigning. He said, I can shoot somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue and get away with it. Those are his words, not mine. And when I first heard it, I thought he was being facetious. Now I'm not so sure. So I'm glad that Misa has a really good lawyer and that she is standing on business and taking legal action as she should, because we need to stop normalizing this. Toni Morrison said, she was like, I'll never stop being shocked at racism, right? She was like, I'll be shocked every single time. Call it out every single time. I'm so sick of people acting like they don't know what restraint is. Yes, you do. That they have to slam, Black boys up against walls and, shoot laser beams at their chest. No, you do not. If you don't treat every single person like that, if you don't treat those January 6th insurrectionists like that, don't treat Diddy's kids or anybody else's kids like that. I don't care what Diddy did. That's Diddy, okay? That's Sean Combs, and he's going to go to court and go to trial and answer for those crimes. Those kids did nothing wrong. They're children. They're his children. They're not legally children, but they shouldn't pay for the sins of their father. Those are my thoughts. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Oh, I didn't even realize I left it on on our Instagram post. You guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Bye.